Convention manager, and Roger Snyder, our Director of Operations and Technology. We are extremely pleased to talk a nomination. Two gentlemen, two young people, two young men with great... We'll wrap this up. Madam Secretary, the state of Alabama would be voting 67 votes for Governor Clinton, but unfortunately or fortunately, we are very proud to yield to the Honorable George Jernigan, the chair of the great state of Arkansas.
Thank you, Chairman Blunt. We will take your yield and you will pass. We will call Alabama when we have finished the rest of the roll. Thank you very much. Arkansas.
Madam
Arkansas,
Secretary.
48 votes.
Thank you, Alabama and Chairman Blunt. Arkansas, the natural state where we believe in the family and our one big family, is proud and honored to introduce, for the purpose of casting our 48 votes, fellow delegates and fellow Americans, Bill Clinton's mother, Mrs. Virginia Kelly.
Madam Secretary, Arkansas proudly casts our 48 votes for our favorite son and my son, Bill Clinton.
Thank you, Ms. Bell. Arkansas proudly casts 48 votes for Governor Bill Clinton. Alaska, 18 votes.
Madam Secretary, Alaska, the great state that is the natural resource depository for the entire nation, fish, oil, minerals, and spectacular scenery, is proud to cast all of its votes for the man who can carry us into the next century, Bill Clinton.
Alaska counts 18 votes for Governor Clinton. Arizona. 49 votes.
Madam Secretary, Arizona, a state with a proud Native American tradition.
Arizona,
a state with a proud Hispanic heritage, which this year elected its first Hispanic congressman.
Un estado con un pasado hispano y orgulloso con el primer congresista hispano.
And Arizona, a state with a proud Democratic Party that has given this country leaders like Morris Udall, proudly casts his vote. 12 votes for Governor Brown. 14 votes for Senator Songas. And 23 votes for Governor Bill Clinton.
Arizona has 12 votes for Governor Brown, 23 votes for Governor Clinton, and 14 votes for Senator Songas. California. Votes for you, California. How do you cast those votes?
When did we enter the votes?
Are you prepared to vote, California?
Yes. California. the IOU state and the home of a Republican governor, California, the home of 30 million people of all races and cultures, with an exquisite coastline that George Bush would destroy if he had a chance. Home of the first two women in America's history who will serve together from the same state at the same time come November. Proudly casts 211 votes.
What you're seeing are live pictures of Governor Bill Clinton leaving his hotel and headed for Macys, just a block from Madison Square Garden. He's going to join members of the Arkansas delegation who are at the famed Macys department store. Governor Clinton on the night that he's being nominated. The ritual roll call, which at one time, when the nominees were actually decided at conventions before primaries began to nominate, still is an important part of the nominating process. So while Governor Clinton walks over to Macys to see the Arkansas delegation and the roll call vote goes on in the call of states, let's go to Susan Spencer in the Louisiana delegation with the...
And to come all the way here and abstain, David.
And waterways. One of the first states to ratify voting rights for women. One of the first states to bar discrimination in housing. And one of the first states to support bilingual education. Home of the finest skiing and resort communities in the nation. Home of the Denver Nuggets, the Denver Broncos, and the new Colorado Rockies. Proudly casts 19 votes for the Honorable former California Governor Jerry Brown. 13 votes for the Honorable former Senator from Massachusetts, Paul Tsongas. And 26 votes for the next President of the United States, Governor Bill Clinton.
Thank you, Chairman Gelt. Colorado cast 19 votes for Governor Brown, 26 votes for Governor Clinton, and 13 votes for Senator Tsongas. Connecticut, 66 votes. Connecticut.
Madam Secretary, Connecticut, which has disowned George Bush, needs Bill Clinton, Al Gore, its great U.S. Senator Chris Dodd, its Congresswoman Rosa DeLore, Barbara Kennelly, to restore our broken Bush economy. Connecticut cast 21 votes for Brown and 45 votes for the next president, Bill Clinton.
Connecticut cast 21 votes for Governor Brown and 45 votes for Governor Clinton. Delaware, 21 votes.
Madam Chair, it is with great pleasure I introduce the chairman of the great state of Delaware, the first state, Chairman Joe Farley.
Thank you, Ruth Ann. Madam Chairwoman, the great state of Delaware, home of Senator Joe Biden serving his 4th term and still only 49 years of age. A state where it's still proud to be a Democrat again, where we'll have Tom Carper, the next governor after 16 years of Republican rule, and Ruth Ann Minner as our lieutenant governor is proud to cast 17 votes for the new young leaders who'll roll up their shirt sleeves, begin to work, move, and get America believing again. Bill Clinton and Al Gore. 3 votes. 3 votes for Jerry Brown and 1 vote for Paul Tsongas.
Thank you, Chairman Farley. Delaware cast 3 votes for Governor Brown. Excuse me. 17 votes for Governor Clinton and 1 vote for Senator Tsongas. District of Columbia, are you ready with 31 votes? They're ready.
Madam Secretary, I am Sharon Pratt Kelly, Mayor of the District of Columbia. the home now of Jesse Louis Jackson, and the community that will soon be the next 51st state when we elect the bold new team of Bill Clinton and Al Gore. And Madam Secretary, as the mayor of a city, as one who represents so many women, as one who represents Latino Americans and so many African Americans, we know the pain and we know that we cannot take 4 more years of George Bush. Therefore, we unequivocally, absolutely cast all 31 of our votes for the next President of the United States, Bill Clinton.
Thank you, Mayor Kelly. District of Columbia cast 31 votes for Governor Bill Clinton. Florida with 167 votes. Are you ready, Florida?
Madam Chairman, Florida, the first state to lead the bandwagon for Bill Clinton in the primary, and the state that will lead the bandwagon in the presidential race. Congressman Danny Fascell and I are proud to present the co-chairman of our delegation, Senior Senator from the United States, Senator Bob Graham.
Madam Chairwoman, Florida, the Sunshine State, the state which launched the presidential campaign of Governor Bill Clinton, the next President of the United States, is proud to offer